Hi Tyrone, how you doing? Okay, so I've got your composition up here. So at first glance, it looks like everything's masked correctly, right? But then I look a little closer and I'm starting to see some of these little lines through here to me, and then this right here. That to me indicates use of the eraser tool because there are just pixels that are missing. So what I did is I want to take a look at the layer masks themselves, and that is, of course, the foundational underpinning of this entire assignment is the ability to show layer masks, which is, again, one of the foundational cornerstones in all of Photoshop is the ability to create accurate layer masks. Now, we're not seeing that here, as I'm going to show you. Let me grab my tools, and I just want to show you how I check this. I saw something over here. That number 9 right there. That's kind of weird. I think that's a watermarked background, so be sure that, let's go ahead and check that. Elbow Mac, let's remove the mask. Yeah, there's some kind of a watermark associated with that. You don't want to use that image if it's got a watermark associated with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn that mask back on. Now I'm going to go to your background layer. I'm going to unlock the background layer, and I'm just merely going to fill that with gray, and you'll see the reason in 1 second. I'm going to go to Edit Fill. Let's go to 50% gray. Now, as we can see here, we've got a lot of issues. And the issues here are showing that the masks aren't completely removing the backgrounds. So if we disable the mask, let's take a look at the sausage, for example. We disable that mask, and we can see, as I suspected, there are eraser marks there. So you don't want to destroy any pixels while you're doing this. Remember, we know how to do this. Let me show you how to select that. I mean, you just select that sausage and then mask out the background. So here, the orange has a pretty good mask associated with it. The orange has an excellent mask, but then we see the cup. The cup doesn't have a mask. Okay, don't forget, that has to come in with its background intact so you can mask it out. All elements need to come in with background so we can mask it out. We got the cheese. So again, we have eraser marks over here. We just aren't seeing a clean selection of the cheese. Okay, we can see right here, here's portions of the background. Okay, let's go down to the mushroom. And again, we can see other areas that are erased in the mushroom itself. And then, of course, we can see bits and pieces of the background of the mushroom. And then, of course, the same thing with the broccoli. We can see it. So I would like to see these masks all refined so that the background is cleanly hidden with the layer mask. So we don't see any kind of background artifacts in the composition itself. The next thing I would recommend is to go ahead and try to recompose this guy a little bit so he looks more like a creature. For example, we've got this leg right here. We can bring that leg over here to try to make it look a little bit more like a leg. And this one, we could transform that a little bit to make it look a little bit more like an arm. Not sure what that is right there, but that's something that needs to be removed. Okay, so on and so forth. So those would be my recommendations moving forward. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know and I'll be glad to clarify. Thank you very much.